Hello, so we're getting back on YouTube. I quite actually don't even know how to start this, and I guess we'll just see where the day takes us. Welcome back to my channel. I guess give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Welcome back if you've been here the whole time. A lot has changed since my last video. I actually don't even know what it was. I'm pretty sure I haven't uploaded a video in about 2 years, year and a half, I literally have no idea. So let's get right to it. I figured it would be fitting that we would have Bruiser in the frame. I'm gonna do my very best not to look at myself per usual. I looked back at all of my old YouTube videos and a lot of them are me looking in the viewfinder, so I'm gonna try really hard not to do that. We're gonna kick this video off with a Q&A, or kick my YouTube channel back off with a Q&A. I'm just a little bit rusty, so we'll just get right into it. I asked my Instagram for some questions to help get me started, so I'm just gonna go through those and answer, help you guys like re-get to know me and my personality, and we'll just go from there. So the first question is a really good one. Is it okay not to know what you're doing at the age of 24, or should I have a direction? That's definitely how I felt at the age of 24 when I started my YouTube channel, my Instagram, all that stuff, and I had no idea what in the world I was doing. Me trying to refrain from cursing, because I don't know if YouTube is like censoring that stuff these days, but I don't know what the F I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I still, until the age of, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm 29. Your 20s are for you to not know what you're doing. I know it's really easy to feel like all of your friends are getting out of college and getting these like great careers. They're in finance, they're teaching, they're a nurse, whatever. But like most people spend their 20s literally not knowing what they're doing. So you're 24 and you have so much time. Is getting married something that you look forward to? I thought I would be married by now at this point in my life, obviously. I think a lot of us do growing up, like you think you're gonna be married at 26, but being in a healthy adult relationship is like the most important thing when it comes to like what I want relationship-wise. Love to get married someday, but it's not something I'm in like a huge hurry for. But I love Jeff with all of my heart, and if that's in store for us, that's wonderful. And right now I'm just happy where we are. I love him so much, and I'm just happy with that. Do I follow a low carb diet? No, I do not. I literally eat all of the carbs that my little heart desires. I do not worry about the number of carbs that I eat. I eat when I'm hungry, I stop when I'm full. I don't measure anything, I don't weigh anything, I don't track anything. I just am mindful. Obviously, I have tracked macros before, so to say that I don't track my food is like, you have to kind of give a disclaimer, because I had done that for so long that I kind of know what's in stuff. I missed the update on your dog's rash, Bruiser. Was it the apartment? Has he gotten better after y'all moved? I think it ended up being a mosquito bite, because it ended up going away. I took him to the vet like 3 times. It was like these little bumps all over his head that looked like hives. And I was worried because it was on his face, which can be fatal. Like if it's on their face, it tends to be like more dangerous, or it's a sign that it is more dangerous and that it's more severe. But I think it was a mosquito, because it ended up happening again about a month later when I took him to Florida. It happened like sporadically. I gave him Benadryl, it went away, and then it didn't come back. So I think the first time it was maybe just a couple of mosquitoes, maybe. I'm not really sure, but I think that's the update. Can I share good book recommendations? Well, my camera is sitting on a few, so I will say my top one is The Untitled Soul. Really good, like self-help, you know, turn your life around, get more out of life, be a happier person, be better at really remembering that only today is promised, and really only like this moment is promised. It's just a really good book in terms of like gaining perspective on what's important, and really helped me in dealing with like my anxiety that I deal with and my responses to things. Also, Grit is a good one. That's more of like a motivated, you know, like what separates like the top achievers in life from the people that kind of just like float through life. A really good one is The Third Circle Theory. Also another like work related book. If you guys don't know, this is Nash. I'm sure you don't. Well, Some of you know because of my Instagram, but this is Nash. He is Jeff's dog, and he is also a rescue. We got him from Wags and Walks when I was living in Nashville. He is like, what are you, he's about half Chihuahua, and then the rest of him is like miniature pinscher and a bunch of other like small mixes. And I don't think, I definitely have not done a YouTube video since I figured out Bruiser's mix. He is German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd, Golden Retriever, and Pit. That's his mix. What took you so long to come back? Honestly, I know that's probably a rhetorical question, but YouTube can be one of the meanest platforms in terms of the comments, and I was just not in a headspace to really deal with that. Probably because I was not in a very like happy, secure place in my life in terms of like who I was and what I was doing. I just felt really like I had something to prove, and I feel less like I have something to prove now. So I feel like, you know, even if there will be mean comments, I'm sure, but even if there are, I feel a lot more prepared to just like brush them off. Can I go over how I style my hair products, etc.? I actually just did this on my Instagram today. I did a tutorial on styling my hair, but I've got it saved in my hair highlight. I'll make a reel that covers that, and I'm sure I'll cover it in a YouTube video too. And what breed is Nash? And I literally just said that. How did you get involved in social media? How to figure out what to do with your life. How did I get involved in social media? I started my YouTube channel first, like 5 or 6 years ago, and then I was just really consistent with it, and then I realized like YouTube is such a small platform, you kind of have to, like, people aren't scrolling through YouTube like looking for new videos to find, so you really have to have something on Instagram that like feeds your YouTube channel. I also do think it's really important to be on multiple platforms, just in terms of like if you want your stuff to grow. How's the move? How are you feeling? Honestly, it's been amazing living with Jeff. It's like better than I could have imagined. Like, we've been living together for a month now, and it's just so seamless. Like, I know people, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how great I feel like my relationship is, because I feel like if your relationship is great, you don't need to tell everyone that it's great. But I didn't really know what a healthy, happy relationship looked like until I started dating Jeff, and I kind of thought that either I was too picky or maybe like I was not as great, and so I didn't deserve somebody so great. That was kind of like where my headspace was at until I met Jeff. Obviously, the pace here is a little slower. I did get kicked out of Ruth's Chris for wearing a crop top because they don't allow any midriffs. So that was a shell shock, honestly. That happened like less than a week after moving here. And obviously Nashville is just very different. It's very like urban and trendy and fashion forward and like artsy, and just, it's very different here. It's a new different. It's a good different. I just have to find, you know, kind of find my way, find my friend group and find my footing, and just like, I'm sure that I'll settle in. How is living with Jeff compared to living alone? I love living with Jeff, and he's gone so much, so like the independent time that I like need to survive, to like be a human being, like the alone time that I crave, I get because he's gone plenty. Also, we got a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2 walk-in closet, like we have a big balcony, so like there's plenty of space for the 2 of us here. Give a life update. I guess since the last time that I made a YouTube video, I have moved from Nashville to Chesterfield, Missouri, which is right outside. It's like a suburb outside of St. Louis. I live with my boyfriend, Jeff, which none of you have met on here yet. We've got our 2 dogs. We've got Nash and Bruiser. I obviously quit working for the warehouse, the Ghost Warehouse, but I'm still an athlete for the brand. I do social media full-time, which means I am a full-time influencer, but I also have my training program that's a large chunk of what I do as well. So I have like a subscription training program finally, after like years of just giving away free fitness content. I finally came out with a program. Getting that like organized and going was a huge reason why I was able to feel comfortable quitting my job. How did you and your boyfriend meet? I can't believe this wasn't like one of the first questions I got asked. I slid into his DMs. The owner of Ghost, his name is Dan, the co-owner, Dan, shared a post of Jeff's, and it was like a picture of supplements on like his kitchen counter. And I tend to go through and like a bunch of people's pictures if they tag Ghost, etc. I really just like to be welcoming, and whatever there's like new people with the brand or people who have tagged Ghost, I just like to, you know, show that I like that they're supporting the brand anyway. So I clicked on it, and then I scrolled through his profile, and I was like, oh, this guy's like really interesting. He's got like very interesting content. His style of training is something I haven't really seen before. And then I watched his story and I replied to it. He said something that was like, stop doing crunches for abs. And he was doing like something with PVC pipes. I feel like he was doing a lunge and like pushing on the PVC pipes into the ground, obviously, because then you're like engaging your core. And he said, stop doing crunches for abs. And I replied and said that I felt personally victimized by that statement. And then it's history from there. You know, we just DM'd back and forth for a few days. And then like a week and a half after that, he came to Nashville and saw me. And then I started seeing him here. And then we just did the back and forth for a year until I moved here. Someone said, do you miss working in the Ghost warehouse? Honestly, I miss like being behind the scenes of the brand, like a lot. I really do. I really miss like feeling like I was kind of on the inside of things and just being more involved and like seeing a product come off the line and like knowing exactly when it was going to launch. There's more details that you know when you're working behind the brand, and obviously now that I don't do that, I don't know those details, which is like understandable because I'm not supposed to, but it makes it tough. Like I'm quite the control freak, and so when I don't know something or, you know, don't have every intimate detail, it's hard. It's hard for me to like switch from going from one to the other. Can you talk about personal finance as an influencer? It's a relatable / interesting topic. So I will not go into like the specific details of like what I make, because I feel like that's tacky. But essentially like what it comes down to is you have a few options when it comes to like working with a brand, and usually it's their choice. So I have like long-term partners that pay me to be exclusive to them in like that field. So like Ghost, like you make a salary for being with them on a monthly basis, and then on top of that it's commission. Usually salary is very low, and then commission is like most of what you make when it comes to like long-term partnerships. There's also brands that will pay you to do like one-off ads, so you'll do like 5 to 8 frames, so like videos, 5 to 8 15-second frames of their product, and they pay you. Usually those are just salary. So you've got like long-term partnership deals that may pay you like a small salary plus commission, and then the short-term partners that are like the one-off ads that turn into the long-term partners, because you've gotten your commission up to be high enough, like you've gotten your sales up to be high enough with them to where they want to be with you long-term. And then also like that's a sustainable like means of income that could replace your salary with them, if that makes sense. My camera stopped recording. I don't know where we left off, but I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap things up there because I feel like it's already pretty long of a video. So thank you for coming back and watching my Q&A. Sorry if I seem a little bit out of it. I'm pretty hungry right now and I didn't want to eat and have like food in my teeth and mess up my mouth makeup, my lipstick, my mouth makeup, what? And then I have to redo it for a video. I just love to ramble and like over explain things that no one asked about. So hopefully you guys enjoy this Q&A, getting to know me again. I'm really excited to be back on YouTube. If you've got video suggestions, leave them in the comments, but I'm pretty good at like freestyling and just kind of probably do like some daily vlogs, more Q&As, sit down videos, try on hauls, etc. Like normal stuff that I was doing, maybe a full day of eating here and there, etc. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Maybe hit the notification bell. If there's anything else I need to know, let me know, because I haven't been on YouTube in forever, so I don't really know like what all there is to tell you to do. But I'm gonna get to editing this video, hopefully have it up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.